Hello, and welcome to our Michael Herr Shield of the Sun video titled The War in Heaven 2, where this is the continuation of video where we left off with the last one. So, as we left off with the first one, as we know that Satan was referencing his stance to fight against God, and Revelation is also revealing that Satan's referencings and stance all came to naught. And that when Satan had brought forward this rebellion that led to the flood, we now stand upon an earth that one time beheld the flood. But the earth would hold evidence and signs that a lot of the waters, a lot of the destruction, the ruins, and the things that were resulted from that flood would all be within the rocks, the cliffs, within the certain stratas of the earth, under the oceans, within the mountains, because the earth swallowed everything and reverted them down to channels. So therefore this is confirming that the waters of the flood would have then gone down into the core of the earth, which would have caused a huge massive disaster, because for that to swallow down into the earth, that means these waters would have then hit the center points of the earth, which would have held them with basically the magna core and everything else, which would have resulted in massive explosions. Explosions so fierce that it would have ripped continents apart, and a lot of the debris would have been shot out of our atmosphere. So this is why it's referencing that it swallowed, that it went to the center pit of the earth. And this is what resulted in the earth looking the way it does today, as in opposed to what it looked like in the time before the flood. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Meaning the earth would continue on and on and on. It would continue as it goes. So, let's get to this brass lesson of why this lesson is very, very important to understand. Because there is this thing known as angels. And we're going to even learn more about the Nephilim as we go along with this particular study, as I continue to do these videos. Today, you're seeing a lot of apparitions, a lot of things. You see things like UFOs. You see things like ghosts. You see things like demonic monsters, or things like you call Bigfoot, Yeti, things of this sort. We have a variety of names for these things, all existing within the traditions of men, the traditions of cultures, and the way humankind within these cultures have seen things for many, many years. The Bible would not classify these things as unidentified flying objects. The Bible would not classify these things as passed away loved ones, ghosts, things of that sort. The Bible would not classify them as fairies, elves, whatever you want to call them. The Bible classifies them as the angelic order and their children. The angelic order comes from an intelligent society, meaning they use technology too, by the way. But it was technology on a higher order. Technology that was alive, technology that could come from their own power, their own existence. Their intelligence and their imagination was on a level that was far beyond us. And they were able to construct and create things really out of their own mind, out of their own will. And they were to use it for the glorification of God's kingdoms in heaven. So they had a society. They had structure, architecture, engineering on a higher, massive spiritual level. So these angels, these fallen angels, when they were thrown down here, they lost a lot of their power. They became very weakened and very restricted within their movements. Therefore, they developed a lot of different tactics in order to be able to move to and fro from our realm, from their realm to our realm. And not only that, they even developed this need to create their own civilization. So therefore, when we are dealing with these apparitions, we're dealing with fallen angels and demons. We're dealing with a variety of demons. Demons who come in many different cultures of their own, different appearances, different understandings of each other. But they're fathered by the very thing that was sent down into the earth. So therefore, the angelic order, the fallen kind, the dark angels, They exist today, not only as the tempting spirits of humanity, but they are a reflection of a rebellious government. And they exist within this form as a matter of deception. Deception. They use everything out of deception, and they rather you believe something about them that isn't true so that you don't see who they actually are. So this has been our Michael Herr video. If you'd like to, please donate to MIGUELJIMENEZ at P.O. Box 39204, Charlotte, North Carolina 28278. You can also donate to me at the GoFundMe page under the Michael Herr Ministry. I want to say God bless you, and there'll be more videos on the way.